Here we have Bandai's 100 VF-25F Messiah Alto Custom. Front of the box, side of the box, back of the box, other side, inlay, and the VF-25 itself. One of the cool features about the box, at the top we get the series name, then we get the Valkyrie type, then we get the Valkyrie classification, and then finally what's included in the box. So what's inside? Okay, some amendments to the instructions. Fairly big sheet, about A3, of lots of different parts, and the instructions on how to put them together. More on the back. Some sort of stand. Information on the stand. Interesting. Couple of layers of packaging. Very nice. And lots of sellotape. I shall return. Alrighty, I've taken the sellotape off. This guy's just stuck to the back. There are a couple of layers we have to peel through. Top layer just holds everything down. Reveals the actual VF-25 and some accessories. This layer also then pops off, like so. And we get two more layers over here. Now everything is sellotaped down, so I've already taken this apart once just to see how it breaks up. So we got these guys at the bottom, and again just an overlay keeping it in place. And this guy comes with a rake of parts. So there we go. So here we have Alto's VF-25F out of the box. Now let's have a look at these. So here we have all the parts. At the top we've got replacement antennae, a replacement hip unit for plane and gearwalk mode. We then have replacement shoulder joints for holding the arms in place in plane mode. Then again front nose section, back section, and then the head section of the plane mode. We got the rear flaps for the plane mode. We've got the leg joints required for gearwalk and bending the leg forward. This will hold on the gun in plane mode. This will hold on the shield in plane mode. Replacement undercarriage for closed, open undercarriage, rear undercarriage flaps, just flaps to go beside the rear undercarriage. We've got the knife, the shield, 3 sets of replacement hands, open karate chop palms, knife hand, and then gun hand. There is a finger different in between the two. Then we've got open gun and closed gun. And then down here we got display stand clips. The bottom one here is for gearwalk mode, and this one here is for Batroid mode. There are actually two. So if we have a quick look at the gun, here's the closed one. So as you can see, it's got a nice little bit of detail painted at the top. Now my one is a little bit warped. But there's nice detail. So here we have the open gun. It doesn't transform, it's just one piece. It's got some paint apps on the top. The barrel of the gun's got a bit of detailing, and it's all pretty much just stuck together. The head is on a ball joint, so it can do a full 360. It can also look up and down and bob side to side. Now the antennae can also move forward and back, as it's just tabbed onto the side of the head. So if we look at the arm, it's on a ball joint and it'll do a full 360. So if we look at the shoulder joint, it bobs from side to side. Just underneath here we have a 360 spin around for the arm. Then the elbow itself is on a single joint. This here is just a piece of moulding and doesn't actually bend. Also required as part of the transformation, the arm collapses in on itself, so you can push it in and out. Now the hands are on a ball joint. We'll just spin around and pop off. So the ball joint is on the hand and the hole is in the arm. There's a piece of kibble on the side as before, which is on a ball joint. Now if we move on to the hip, you'll see this part here tabs underneath here, so it spins from side to side, which gives it an unusual bit of movement. There's a ball joint just at the hip here, so it'll go forward and back slightly and do a full 360 if you get the other parts out of the way. Underneath here, which is the gearwalk joint normally on Valkyries, is actually a tab which holds the bottom part of the leg on, so it just spins from side to side, which you can do a full 360 on, but it doesn't bend forward here at all. There is bending on the leg as normal here, in two parts. There's bending here and bending here, so you can get a double bend. So it can bend forward here as well, and then bend forward there. So if we move on to the foot, you can see it rocks forward and back, like so. It can also twist from side to side. Size comparison to a stolen tin of pop, which I believe is the standard unit of measurement for all those who are too old for toys. Here we have the three scales of Valkyrie. In the centre we have the 1/100, to the left we have the 1/72 scale, and on the right we have the 1/60th scale. Another quick comparison to a tin of pop. So there we have it, the 1/100 VF-25F. Overall I think this is an excellent looking model in Batroid and plane mode, but is a little floppy in gearwalk. Mine came out of the box a little loose, but it's all fixable by coating the joints. Where this figure starts to have issues is the handling during transformation. It comes with a lot of parts. Well, it is a parts former, so I've no complaints about that. There are a number of very small parts that could be easily lost, like when attaching the gun pod underneath the plane, its handle needs to be removed. This is tiny and very losable. I plan on keeping everything in the box, so I can see if something is missing by checking for empty cavities in the holder. As I've just mentioned, some of the parts are small and can be fiddly to handle. Being completely made of plastic, at times it feels breakable while pushing and pulling the parts during the transformation. Notably, the pressure applied when moving in and out the feet leads to an unpleasant experience, as you have to be conscious of not squeezing too much and breaking the plastic joints. I've also slightly smudged the paintwork on one of the shoulder units because of the amount of pressure used getting it into the socket. Overall, there is nothing unacceptable in the way this model is constructed, but it's not like handling a Revoltech. The VF-25F is a more complex design and has moving parts and slides and hinges. Now finally, can I recommend this model? No, mostly because of the sticker price though. For me, it lacks some of the pick up and play feel of the 1/60th scale DX, and it costs more than a 1/72 snap together kit. For the price of two of these 1/100s, you'll get yourself a Yamato 1/60th scale Valkyrie, and if you don't mind constructing snap kits, then at this price point, I would say the 1/72nd scale is a far better choice, and I'd even go as far as saying the only choice. So, unless you have a burning desire to get this one, I'd say skip it. So this was me with another review saying Slàinte.